Same skills, same effort, 5 times the income gap. The difference is location. 2 individuals with identical degrees, identical work ethics, and the same 24 hours in a day can end up living in completely different economic dimensions. Most people analyze this gap through the lens of talent, discipline, or luck. They are wrong. The most ignored variable in the wealth equation is not what you do, but where you do it. In any economy, geographic position influences income ceilings through a mechanism known as market scarcity. Location determines your salary benchmarks, your access to capital, and your exposure to industry shifts. Think of your skill as a commodity. In one environment, your skill is common, a local surplus. In another, it is scarce, a critical bottleneck. Scarcity changes price, price changes outcome. If you are farming in a desert, the intensity of your labor is irrelevant. The yield will always be 0. Today, we decode the structural mechanics of location. We will analyze why 90% of people are optimizing a map that was designed for their stagnation. Consider a senior developer in a Tier 3 industrial town versus the same developer in a global tech hub. The developer in the small town might actually work harder. They must navigate fragmented systems and limited infrastructure. They are fighting the terrain every single day. But the hub developer participates in a high-velocity capital stream. This is what we call the terrain effect. In dense markets, firms compete for talent. In sparse markets, talent competes for firms. That inversion changes your negotiation power. Negotiation power, in turn, changes your lifetime compensation. If your terrain has no potential energy, your hard work is simply generating heat through friction. Friction creates heat. Heat feels like progress. You feel tired, you feel busy, you feel like you're achieving something because of the sheer exhaustion. But heat is not momentum. Friction does not create elevation, it consumes it. You are optimizing a local maximum in a dying loop. You are becoming the most efficient player in a bankrupt system. Position precedes performance, always. Why does location matter so much? It is a matter of node density. High potential cities are not just collections of buildings. They are high-frequency data clusters. Wealth is a byproduct of being plugged into a dense circuit where capital and information flow without resistance. In these hubs, the probability of intersecting with a high-value node, a capital allocator, a world-class mentor, or a disruptive partner is 100 times higher than in isolated regions. More importantly, high-density environments compress time. Information that takes months to circulate in isolated regions spreads in hours inside major hubs. This time compression increases your opportunity velocity. In a low-density map, you spend 80% of your energy searching for an opportunity. In a high-density map, the opportunities find you. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be in the right room. Velocity compounds advantage faster than skill ever can. Is the internet the end of geography? Not quite. While the digital map has reduced communication friction, it has increased the premium on physical proximity for high-stakes decisions. Trust is still a physical currency. Strategic repositioning involves geographic arbitrage. This is the math of the spread. Your real wealth is the income premium of a high-density market minus the living cost differential of your location. Most people only look at the cost of rent. They never calculate the cost of lost opportunity density. Strategic repositioning is the movement of your labor to a market where your specific skill has the highest scarcity value and the lowest operational friction. It is a recalibration of your starting parameters. Most professionals spend their lives trying to fix their engine, taking more courses, working more hours. But you cannot drive out of a swamp by pressing the gas harder. Moving is not an admission of failure, it is an act of engineering. To escape the trap, you must become the architect of your own coordinates. Before making any move, you must evaluate the map based on 3 variables: capital concentration, talent clustering, and regulatory stability. If your current map doesn't provide the density, your scarcity is wasted. The formula for scalable wealth is simple: scarcity multiplied by density multiplied by position. Most people spend their lives upgrading their skills, but only a few ever think to upgrade their coordinates. Stop being a background object in a script you didn't write. Position precedes performance. Evaluate your map tonight. Ask yourself, am I building a future, or am I just generating heat? Subscribe for weekly system breakdowns. Evaluate the terrain, then apply the effort.